There's two reasons why men are feminized. We live in a femme-centric society. Men are being raised by women. When they're not at home, then they're in school being taught and raised by women in a world whereby everything is catered to women, whereby the messaging from the media is don't be toxically masculine. It's okay to cry. It's okay to show your feelings.
Hello everyone, this is Magbo Gaming here once again back at Angry Guy's channel. I hope you're all doing well. And I found a pretty interesting video that I showed to Angry Guy and he was like, yeah, go ahead and do this. So yeah, here I am doing a little commentary on a video from Michael Campbell. It says here, I expose how society keeps men weak and controlled. And so I found it a very interesting topic because it's something that a lot of people tends to admit or talk about. But here I am gonna add some commentary to it and my thoughts about it as well. So before we get started, if you like videos like this, be sure to leave a like button, click the like button, click the subscribe button, and click the bell next to it so you'll be notified whenever Angry Guy uploads new videos on your device. And also do not forget to also check out the Angry Creator Academy for those of you that really wants to start having a side hustle or business in this new economy, in this hard times that we are in. And if you have a job right now, protect it with your life. Because once you lose your job and you don't have any other safety nets behind it, then you could probably end up homeless within months or weeks. So don't take this lightly. The times are already tough. The tough times are already here. Check it out in the description below. We have a link to it. You could get a free blueprint as well if you sign up today, which is free. You have nothing to lose by checking this out and seeing if this works for you. So yeah, and also check out Angry Guy at Rumble as well in the description below, where he doesn't hold back his cusses or what he has to say because he has freedom of speech over there compared to YouTube, where basically is a censor station and you have to be careful what you say on YouTube or you could get censored. Without further ado, let's get started with this commentary, shall we?
Most of us think we're doing everything right. Clean diets, gym routines, a stack of supplements that promise us energy and focus. Yet, something still doesn't feel right for most of us. The spark you once had is gone. Your mornings drag. There's a heaviness that you feel that's hard to explain. And there's a quiet fatigue that always creeps in, no matter how much we try to fix it. And the strangest part about all of this is it's not just one of us who feels like this. It's all of us. Men's testosterone levels have dropped by 40% over the last few decades. But instead of asking why, we just learned to call it modern life. And this is not evolution.
So like men are being led to believe that all this is the new norm, that men need to suppress their testosterone, they need to suppress their desire for women and stuff, and society doesn't encourage us to enact our natural desires out there. It's being like labeled as something that is evil or a curse or something that is forbidden, taboo. Because if you act upon your emotion, you may get ridiculed by a lot of people. Your reputation can be ruined. And do it with the wrong people and they can make your life a living hell, unfortunately. So let's keep hearing what he has to say and we will continue the commentary afterwards.
Like most people have said. To me, it looks more like erosion. But they keep saying that times are changing, things are changing. Our biology hasn't changed though. The only thing that's changed is our environments. And the same system that we depend on every single day for food, comfort, and connection quietly condition us to suppress what makes us men. Not through malice, but through efficiency. Because systems run smoother when people are compliant, distracted, and reliant. Testosterone is more than a hormone. It's the foundation of vitality, direction, and purpose. The world doesn't need fewer men with strength. But apparently, the world runs better when we have weak men, or so that's what they want us to believe. The first...
Yeah, so they want to control the men so they don't have like complete independence, because there's a lot of men that will rather walk away, be independent, be their own selves, and that's what makes them a lot stronger. But the system fears these type of men, because they won't be able to control these men. These men will have control over their lives, and when more men rebels, the society is just not gonna be the exact same as it is right now. You know, there will be changes if more and more men starts walking away because there's a lot of women out there that wants to control men, their narratives, their actions, and every little thing that they do is could be demonized and could be used against them, and then they take the power away from the men. I mean, it's a very horrible situation that's going on, and a lot of men are suppressing themselves because they don't want their lives to be ruined. They don't want them to be called out on something that is not really their fault sometimes, especially when they have desires and they know not to force it against someone that doesn't want it. There's a lot of crazy things going on, and like you feel like that you're walking on eggshells every time you try to even talk to a woman or try to stand up as a man.
Is digital. We live inside a dopamine economy where every swipe, click, and ping is designed to hijack the very system that helps produce testosterone. Instant pleasure replaces earned rewards. Effort becomes optional, and when everything is instantly available, ambition is slowly going to fade away. The brain adapts to the easiest signal, and when dopamine fires too often for meaningless things, that drive for meaningful things fades.
There is a lot of distractions these days, and before all this cell phone distraction and everything else that releases dopamine, we were more driven to do stuff that is more meaningful to us. And when we are able to fulfill these tasks and we could focus better without distractions, then we could get what matters. But if we get access to things that are instant gratifications, easy to get, and all that stuff, you just don't want to put in the work, the extra work to get what's really worth it in life. Because nothing that's really meaningful comes in free. Nothing meaningful you could get very easily unless you put in the work. But instant gratification, like you want to eat unhealthy in a fast food restaurant or some potato chips, Cheetos, and all that stuff, all you have to do is grab a bag and eat it. All you have to do is swipe and you are very entertained. And the whole social media, the whole society is designed for you to get addicted to these type of things. So you can never be strong as a man and try to stand up for what really matters, because you just have instant gratification. The addiction steers you away from what really matters in life. So it's really, really tempting to like do things the easy way and avoid the hard stuff, because, well, when you go for the hard stuff, you're not going to get instant gratification. You have to do something you probably do not like in order to reach the reward that is very meaningful and that you will like, but you won't get it right away if you don't put in the work. So there is a big difference between both of them.
Built to chase purpose. Now we just chase pixels. The second mechanism is chemical. The modern man lives surrounded by synthetic estrogen and artificial comfort. Plastics, pesticides, processed oils. They infiltrate our bodies. One meal, one breath, and one sip at a time. And when fatigue sets in, there's always a pill to take so that you can mask it. The system doesn't need to poison us intentionally. It just needs to keep us dependent. Food that kills focus, medicine that numbs symptoms, a cycle that rewards sickness. And
yeah, so look at this. Like instant gratification with food, we get so much pleasure eating fast food restaurant because they taste so good, but in reality it's not healthy for us. And then we take medicine that doesn't actually cure the sickness but just numbs it, just treats it for a little bit, but it eventually will come back and you'll have to continue taking it, and eventually the side effects starts building up, make you even more unhealthy in the long term, and being too dependent on all these things for you to satisfy yourself quickly. And these companies know about it and they make massive profit about it. They make a lot of profit from all these types of dopamines they give towards us. And social media, like, it's easy to just swipe through, see pictures of girls that are, not appropriate, and you get that dopamine hit. Instead of going after an actual meaningful, genuine women, you go and pay for sex, and definitely not good. Guys, times are tough and these things are suppressing you completely. Anyway, let's see what this whole Angry Creator Academy is all about. About to tell you right. Hello everyone, Magbo reporting once again. You know, these days in this crazy economy, hard times are already here. Jobs are disappearing fast, and if you lose yours today, you could be homeless within a few months or even a few weeks, but it doesn't have to be that way for you. Check out Angry's Creator Academy and learn how to build your own online business using YouTube to grow it, and get the free creator blueprint when you sign up. The link's in the description below. Go check it out now. Definitely worth checking out. Trust me.
There's two reasons why men are feminized. We live in a femme-centric society. Men are being raised by women. When they're not at home, then they're in school being taught and raised by women in a world whereby everything is catered to women, whereby the messaging from the media is don't be toxically masculine. It's okay to cry. It's okay to show your feelings. They're like pushing all this like feminine energy onto men, and I don't think that is just a coincidence. I think the reason they're doing this is because men used to be a lot more masculine. They used to be a lot stronger. They used to be a lot more disagreeable. It's the men that go to war and it's the men that fight. So when tyranny comes, it's the men that go first. And so if you're able to control the men and you're able to feminize the men, then you're able to control society to a much greater extent.
Let's continue with this commentary and see what this system punishes you for.
Punishes vitality. The third mechanism is cultural. Over time, our society has rebranded strength as danger and discipline as obsession. Boys are told to suppress instincts rather than master them. Men are encouraged to be passive, agreeable, and comfortable. We celebrate sensitivity, but ignore structure. We glorify emotion, but forget responsibility. You don't even need to cage strong men when you just convince them to cage themselves. And so, the result isn't a collapse. It is a slow fading of self. Focus disappears and drive evaporates. But we still work and we still lift though. But none of it matters without that primal charge that gives meaning to us all. Low testosterone doesn't just drain the body, it dulls the spirit. Without it, courage becomes hesitation and ambition becomes anxiety. The world feels heavy and unbearable to most, and that leaves us with a generation of men who are just too tired to lead, too distracted to focus.
It's so common these days to see a lot of men that are ending up just being couch potatoes, playing video games all the time. I mean, I play video games too, but I have my limit. I try to play at least like 1 to 2 hours daily if I have the time. Like, I go through all my productive stuff, and if I finish them all by the evening, yeah, I'll play in a couple of hours of video games. I mean, I'm still trying to beat Digimon Cyber Sleuth and stuff like that, and I'm also playing an Atelier game as well. So, and I'm also trying to beat Cuphead as well. So, I got a few games I'm playing at this moment that I really am enjoying. But I know my limit. I will not be someone who plays video games all day and not want to do anything. The productivity of my life and the things I do for a living goes first before all that stuff, because otherwise, you know, how am I gonna pay the bills? How am I gonna do this and that in order to continue funding the lifestyle that I have right now? That takes priority, honestly, because long term you're gonna need that. So basically, it's a lot of men these days that are lazy, that they're undesirable, that they take a lot of drugs, they smoke a lot, they look a lot older than their age, they're not very healthy, they can't lead. These men wouldn't be called men anymore, because a man's supposed to lead. The man's supposed to be the leader of everyone around them, at least, you know. And they're not gonna be able to get those traits if they continue to get distracted on everything that comes up to them. Like, there's endless distractions, endless profits to be made, endless games to buy, endless music to listen to, endless movies to watch on Netflix. It's a lot of stuff. Like, you think you're missing out on a lot of stuff if you don't look at it, but in reality, what you're truly missing out is a lot more valuable than that. If you see all that stuff and you don't work on yourself, your health is gonna deteriorate, and that's what's happening to a lot of men in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s, and upward. And you definitely need to take care of yourself, because if you don't have your health, you have nothing else. Let's finish this up and then I'll get to the conclusion.
Too distracted to notice and too numb to care. But awareness is contagious. Once we see the pattern, we can't unsee it. The fatigue, the distraction, the low drive, none of it is normal. It is a signal, a biological alarm clock going off inside of us, reminding the self that we have drifted too far from what we are originally supposed to be operating within. The solution isn't hidden in a bottle or a biohack. It's simple and older than that. It's as easy as sunlight in the morning, real meals during the day, prioritizing intentional training and quality sleep, immersing ourselves in stillness rather than constant stimulation, and most importantly, brotherhood instead of isolation. We don't boost testosterone by chasing shortcuts. We build it by honoring the design that we've abandoned for all these years. It starts small. The mornings that we choose discipline over distraction. The nights that we choose rest over scrolling. The workout that we finish when quitting would be so much easier. Every act of resistance becomes a signal to the body, a reminder that we are alive, capable, and awake, and the body adapts to the standards that we set. If you raise the standard, the biology follows. This isn't rebellion, it's just called restoration. The goal isn't to fight society, it's to just outgrow it. Because testosterone isn't just a number. It's a reflection of alignment. When we lead ourselves with integrity and we challenge what's comfortable, our hormones respond in equal proportion. Strength returns, clarity isn't clouded, and presence persists. Every generation faces a choice to adapt to the system or awaken from it. And the ones who awaken aren't superhuman by any means. They are simply men who remember what they are made of. Because when we live as we were designed to, strong, grounded, and disciplined, no system can keep us weak.
This video is all about you deciding, you choosing if you want to adapt to doing your daily exercise, sleeping well at night, eating healthy, and not being distracted by anything out there that could literally take you away from being who you're supposed to be. I mean, last year, I took the step to finally take exercising more seriously. And I've been in the gym for about a year. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get another gym membership because, you know, economy's kind of tough and it's like $300 a year or so in order to get in. And yeah, my income is not that great right now. Let's just put it that way. But at the same time, I'm still doing exercise at home. I'm actually taking long walks a few times a week. I'm also playing, you know, the fitness boxing game. I mean, some Nintendo Switch games are good for exercise. And that fitness boxing game, I would recommend if you're a gamer. Yep, because I'm a gamer myself and I love to exercise as well. You could combine both of them together with, yeah, the Hatsune Miku fitness boxing or any other type of fitness boxing game. Kind of recommended because it kind of teaches you some of the basics on how to move in boxing and using those Joy-Cons in order to move your arms and stuff. And stay fit. Of course, I also lift weights as well. I still do at home. But I've been toning it down a little bit because I gotta get my health check. I'm not gonna explain what it is exactly. But I have to check my health before I take it more seriously because I need to make sure that I'm healthy enough to be able to endure these exercises I'm gonna do. Eventually, I want to take martial arts, but I have to check on my health first before I dabble into that. So, in other words, I'm doing what I can to make myself more healthy, even though sometimes I can tend to hesitate in a few things. But I'm trying to fight it every single day, so I do not stay lazy forever. Sometimes there's days I don't exercise, I'm gonna admit that. But I try to at least be consistent every week in doing a few exercises each and every week. And you should also do the same. So guys, you know, definitely do that. Eat as healthy as possible. I try to do my best on that. Try to avoid eating junk food and fast food as much as possible, so you don't raise your cholesterol, your grease level, or high blood pressure, because trust me, I've been through that before and it's not pretty. So what he says is the truth. If you want to become a man that leads, you have to take care of your health, your wealth, and always keeping up with your intelligence. Always learn new skills. So that's all I have to say about this. If you want to check out this guy's channel, the link to the video and his channel is in the description below. If you enjoy videos like this, you could give a like, you could subscribe to this channel and click the bell next to it to be notified whenever Angry Guy uploads any new videos in your device so you be notified and not miss a single video ever again. And yeah, that's all I have to say, guys. Be sure to check out the Angry Creator Academy, where we will teach you how to start off your online business using YouTube as leverage, getting the free creator blueprint. Check out Angry Guy at Rumble in the description below if you want to hear him curse even more than here. And that's all I have to say. You want to check out my channel too, my gaming channel, Magbo Gaming. You can check in the description below as well. That's all I have to say, guys. I hope to see you all next time. And you all take care. Stay healthy. Make sure you get your finances straight because, yep, I'm doing my best on that as well. Anyways, that's all I have to say, and I'll see you all in the next one. Magbo out. Peace. Bye-bye.